esihamba yo indlela esihamba yo indlela esihamba yo indlela esihamba yo indlela.
Hi there, welcome back to the channel. My name is Dabetle Shazi and I am the former chorister. What we do here is we react to choir music from Africa, America and other parts of the world. So if you're new here, welcome. I'm so glad you can make it. And to our still standing supporters, we thank you for your continued love and support. May we keep on going and may we keep on growing. Now today, I will be reacting to a collaborative project done by Barnsley Youth Choir, who we've reacted to before, this time in collaboration with the University of Pretoria, or Tuks Camerata, which is my alma mater in the choir game. So if my memory serves me correctly, this would be the 2017 Grand Prix of Nations, where we were competing as well as doing a collaborative concert. So this song, I would be assuming, would be Let the River Run. Maybe I'm wrong, but we'll see. So with that being said, and without further ado, sit back, relax, and let's enjoy another great choir show. Yep. What I say? I told you there'd be a video somewhere out there whereby if you were ever a part of a choir and you ever performed alongside people in a choir, you will remember those moments for as long as you live. No matter who else sees it, trust me and believe that it stays in our memories forever and ever. Amen. Yeah, so this is definitely Let the River Run at the Grand Prix of Nations friendship concerts. I'll explain at the end of what that's about. So yeah, man, hey, there I am donning the high top fade with Michael John Reeler, a bassist and a drummer, drummist, bassist and a drummer, and fellow tenor, the good brother Tebatso Molapo. So we're the rhythm section, basically. Okay, cool. There's no real structure to this. Nothing really overly technical. This is just getting together singing a fun song. So kind of the song structure of it is that it was building in layers. So from the bass voices, baritones, second tenor, first tenor, second alto, first alto, second soprano, first soprano. So these are 8 parts. So your traditional 4 parts would be from the bottom. It would be bass, tenor, alto, soprano. Then when you give them a further split, it would then be bass, baritone, second tenor, first tenor, second alto, first alto, second soprano, and then first soprano. Meaning those ones that hit those very high Mariah Carey type frequencies, Ariana Grande type frequencies, dog whistle type frequencies. You blame it on them. And then the groveling voices are basses. So those are your 2 extremes. But yes, the nice part about this particular piece is just a fun song to sing. It's vibes. It's literally just vibes. But you must still do it well in order for it to be even more enjoyable. And what I like about this piece is that it's numbers. There's strength in numbers here, which is great because we got to collaborate together. And I think we were the only choir to have collaborated in this particular concert format. And it was quite nice. It's always nice to share in cultures, different cultures, because they're from the UK, we're from South Africa. Some of our choir members actually have family in the UK or like migrated from the UK, and vice versa. So it was just a good old cultural exchange, if you will. And because there were numbers, we got to mix around and be next to people who we weren't always used to being next to in our positioning. So we got acquainted. We ended up having inside jokes with people. We ended up, sharing very loving memories, very awesome memories, and building these bonds, that only a choir can do. Why Jacques is standing all the way there by himself, only God knows. But he's my guy. Awesome stuff, and that's what it is. And that's what it is. Ah, yeah, that was fun. Oh, yeah. That was cool. That was a cool experience. It's weird looking back at it now that, like, that's my life story. And that's part of my life story. That, like, oh, yeah, once upon a time, I used to travel to different countries and compete with arguably some of the best voices in my age group in the world, from more than 40 countries. We were pinned up against different groups from different parts of the world simultaneously in literally the Olympics of my field, which was choral music. Not just my field, obviously, because there's so many of us that participate in this. But man, it's insane. So just to give some brief brief background, is in this particular instance we were part of something called a friendship concert. So Tour, which is the organizing body, is the FIFA of choral music. So when we come forward and we participate in these things, one of the things they add to the experience of being in a city that's hosting this event, which is like the mecca of choral music, one of the meccas of choral music. It's not really the, yeah, actually this one is quite the elite one, because between that there's the choir games, world choir games, which is like everybody, and that's like among them are the top 1,000 choirs, 1,000 plus choirs that are ranked in their respective categories. Well, the 1,000 is total, and then they express their categories as you search them on the world rankings. So this particular competition, called the Grand Prix of Nations, they slice it down to the top 100 choirs. Only the top 100 choirs if you fall into the top 100, then you get an invite to such a competition. And that's even if you want to go, or if you would afford to go. You know, you'll still have to see yourself with the entrance fees, the registration fees, submitting your competition pieces in time, your program, the sheet music itself as well, for whatever category, and then the logistics of it, your flights, your accommodation, making sure things coincide. If it's a school, if you're a school or university, you need to make sure your students, and your kids, their schedule coincides with the competition, because it would be a damn shame to not allow someone to go because of academics, or someone to miss out on such an experience due to schooling or due to just some mismatch of schedules. More so if that person's like a pivotal part of your performance in a particular category. It does happen, and it's a damn shame if anyone's left behind after all the work you put in all year to prepare for this. Not cool. So yeah, once you arrive there though, which is great, what you would then do, if they schedule you for it, is a friendship concert. So friendship concerts, meaning in different venues sprinkled all around the host city, not just a host venue, but a host city. So they'll be running different categories in different parts of the city. So even when you compete, you get to it gets to be a little bit of a tour around your location that you're living in as well. You even share hotel rooms with, oh, not hotel rooms, but share hotels with other choirs that are also competing in different categories from different countries. You're like delegated, a hotel, delegated accommodation like that, which is quite lovely. Again, more cultural exchanges. You know, what's wrong with cultural exchanges? Nothing. Do more. Go travel. So, with that, I would say they have a random selection of choirs from different nationalities, different countries, where you, especially with different disciplines of singing and different disciplines and from different categories. So you could quite easily have a traditional Indonesian choir ensemble be singing next to a collegiate, um, a collegiate choir from the Swiss Alps, also sharing the stage with a gumboot dancing troupe from South Africa, and then lastly sharing a stage with an American jazz ensemble. And that's one of the venues. And if the weather's good, you even perform outside, which is lovely weather. It's great content because you're just outside and it's literally like you are. It's literally it's like though the city is surrounded in song. It's just serenading left, right, and center. It's like here are people singing, the young and the old, and they're singing and they're practicing, and they're rehearsing, and they are, they're just sharing moments, um, in their own way, but very much musically, which is such an awesome thing. It's so unique of an experience where literally everywhere you turn, you hear music. You hear a song, you hear joyous songs, you hear sad, more morose type of pieces. You hear praise and worship like you're in America. You are hearing the sounds of the Caribbean, from the people that are from there. You are hearing stately music, like you're hearing some stately or traditional music from the Russians or the Chinese, you know. Um, you would hear Latin, you would hear all these languages. It's just a melting pot where it's like you're stirred up here, there, and everywhere. It's unreal. It's once in a lifetime stuff. And if you had the chance, I think this is what drives me to start this channel and be on this channel, is to drive it home for the African child, especially that, yo, there's a whole world of people like you out there that want to be a part of something and just want to share their sound and share their voice and make beautiful moments and memories together. And I really wish that we we are backed. The one thing that irks me is that the young talent in this country and all around the continent don't get the backing that we need from our leaders. I really wish more leaders would highlight that, because we're really trying to put and put our country on our backs and represent as best as we can and as authentically as we can, you know. But it can only be a wish, it can only be a loose, hypothetical idea until we put our currency behind our kids and behind our youth, behind our troops, behind our ensembles that really are honoring their craft and have a real shot, you know. So, hey man, I didn't really want to get all political or whatever, but man, it's a shame that if I had to tell this to somebody, that it's not really all that relatable. It sounds like something off base or something imaginary or unreal, you know. But it is very real and it is very possible. And I hope that through this channel that someone somewhere in the world sees you and realizes that, oh, this is what we've been looking for. How do we get in contact with them? How do we find out more about them? When can we visit and see for ourselves where such talent comes from, you know? But hey, man, only time will tell, and only God knows. But I wish that for you out there. I wish that for you to experience it, whether in sports, whether in cultural things, whether in debating, whatever your skill set is. I hope you have meaningful cultural exchanges where iron sharpens iron. Nah. Whew. Right. With that being said, if you enjoyed this reaction, please give it a thumbs up. If not, you can hit that other button and let me know in the comment section below who you'd like to see up next. As for myself, I wish you peace, love, and light. See ya!